Good morning, and thank you for joining our live stream. My name is Ashley, and I'm the CEO of Danica Rose, and we are finishing our final day of the 30-day Reflect, Pray, Grow Journey Guide. Today's Tuesday, February the 10th, 2026. Oh my gosh, I am shocked that we have made it this far. Oh, I didn't think we was gonna make it, but we have made it every single day. So today is going to be a little bittersweet. Like I actually enjoyed filming and doing this daily, and getting closer to God, which was the entire goal. So today is a little bittersweet, but I'm excited. So today's journaling prompt is: What steps of faith is God inviting me to take next? And before we continue on, I do want to say, if you have been following along and doing this journaling prompt with us, please put in the chat how everything's been for you, how you have enjoyed it, which day was your favorite prompt, and I would just love to hear your experience. So for me, doing today's prompts is going to be kind of like a summary of all of the days and just thinking about the next step of faith that God has invited me to. And so that's what today is going to be for me. And so, what the first thing that came to mind is the footprints in the sand poem. And I want to read that a little quickly. So, I'm sure you all know it, but one night in a dream, I walked with the Lord by the beach. There were two footprints, mine and the Lord. But during tough times, I just saw mine, and I wondered why. So I asked the Lord, why leave me alone when I was down? The Lord said, my precious child, I never left you during your times of trial and suffering. When you saw only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you. And I feel like that's a very timely poem for me because I know I've been doing scriptures, but I feel like that poem just kind of summarized how the 30 days has been for me. Having the opportunity, to actually have things to go through, that I was going through during the month, and, just really depending on God to help work things out. And He's still working things out. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So, the first thing is the step of faith for me that God has invited me is to continue to make prayer a relationship. So what I mean by that, is not going to be not a routine, but having an honest conversation with God. Okay, then the second one is to create consistent prayer time. Okay, so hopefully I can still continue to be steady and still prompt and read on my own after this. And then to pray through life and not just the issues of it. So meaning make it a part of my daily life. So like before meetings and stuff like that, pray. Which I usually do anyway, but just maintaining that. Okay, so 4, having faith to let God. No, not let God. I'm sorry. Have the faith to let go of hurt, offense, and unforgiveness. Okay. And then number 5 is having the faith to let go of control. As I mentioned before, we don't need to know the full picture. We just need to know the next step and trust God in that next step. And 6 is serving others with my actions and not just my words. And then 7, having faith to find rest and strength in God. Okay, and then number 8, I'm going to do 10 points. If y'all wonder how many. All right, so number 8 is using faith to shape the way that I view the world. So view the world and in my decision making. So hopefully I won't be so quick to jump the gun and get upset. So decision making. Okay, number 9 is to have the faith to accept change. So the acceptance of change. And then number 10 is to be bold and follow my dreams. So next steps after this is to continue posting. But now I'm going to post more about my products, doing in-depth talk videos, live and stuff like that, but more relating to the business and the products. So that's my next little steps there. So once again, we're just talking about what steps of faith is God inviting me to take next, and these are the faith that I feel for me. And as I mentioned before, this is just the bullet points of all of the 30 days. So I'm just kind of summarizing how my 30-day month went. Once again, to create more prayer, to continue to make prayer a relationship and not a routine. 2, to create consistent prayer time. 3, to pray through life and not just the issues of it. 4, faith to let go of hurt, offensive things and unforgiveness. 5, let go of control. 6 is serving others with my actions and not just my words. 7, faith to find rest and strength in God. 8, using faith to shape the way that I view the world and in my decision making. 9, acceptance of change. 10, to be bold and follow my dream. And once again, if you all are interpreting this prompt differently than I am, I would love to hear that as well. You can put that in the chat. Okay, so let's finish off with our final prayer for our 30 days. So, dear God, first I want to thank you for allowing me to have a platform to showcase you and to help others get closer to you. Let these 30 days continue to ring in my ears, and that I won't forget what I have learned. And as usual, please don't let this video go out void. Void. Let it benefit someone. All right, amen. All right, now we're going to the front and to check off the final day about, I passed the page, of our 30-day prompt. Man, how exciting. And one last thing that I put in here So once you're done with your prompt and you go to the back, it's this last little part right here. It's saying, congratulations on completing your 30-day journey prompt. Pause for a moment and consider the past 30 days of your life. Reflect on the emotions and thoughts you've experienced during this time. Now, take a moment to compare how you feel in the present moment to what you expressed at the beginning of this remarkable journey. So, you remember at the beginning of the book, beginning of the journey, we had a page where you can write down. Here we go. I was trying to get to it. Let's see. So in the beginning, we had a page where you can write down your objective of the 30-day. So that way, you go back. You can kind of compare your notes from then to how it is once you finish. So I'm going to do this page offline because it's personal. But definitely, when you have the chance, complete this page. Congratulate yourself on completing your 30-day journaling prompt. This has definitely been an experience. It's bittersweet that this is the last day, but I am excited. We can always revisit this at a later date. All right, and as usual, thank you all for your continued support. Thank you for following during these 30 days, and I look forward to more in the future. Greater is coming. Have a great day. Be blessed, and I have enjoyed this session. Have a great day.